Welcome to Recap X. Today I'm going to explain to you a fantasy action movie from 2014 named Hercules. Spoilers ahead, watch out. In 356 BC in northern Macedonian coast, a storyteller, Lolaus of Athens, has been taken captive and tells them the story of his uncle Hercules to buy time for his escape. His father is Zeus, a god, and his mother is Alcmene, a mere woman. Zeus' queen, Hera, wasn't pleased with the bastard and find it to be an insult and wants him dead, but Zeus took over his father and is almost unbeatable. In his manhood, the gods commanded him to fulfill 12 labors, and if he survives, Hera will let him leave in peace. He fought monsters like the Lernaean Hydra, the Erymanthian boar, the Nemean lion which no weapon affects, but Hercules killed it with his bare hands. The leader, not believing a word from Lolaus, noticed Hercules arrives wearing the lion's head as a helmet on his head. The leader, not fearing because he outnumbers him, attacked, not knowing he takes many men in a single blow and he is not alone. A thief and knife fighter Autolycus of Arcadia, an archer Atalanta of Scythia, a warrior Amphieros of Argos, and a brutal fighter Tydeus of Thebes. Together, these mercenaries defeated the pirates and rescued Lolaus. After talking about their payment, Amphieros receives vision from the flames, saying a lion and a crow will form a strange alliance and fight across a sea full of bodies. Sometime later, the party go to celebrate the victory. Hercules tells Autolycus about how he wants to leave beyond the seas so he can finally have peace, taking Tydeus with him because he is the only one to control his rage. Suddenly, the party falls silent when a group of soldiers entered with the Princess Eugenia, who ask Hercules to join her in the palace to hear her father's proposal. Lolaus notice a raven symbol on the quad shield, and since Hercules' symbol is a lion, this will match Amphieros' prophecy. When Hercules arrives at the palace, Hercules can help see the large number of refugees behind the walls. They are welcomed by General Cydicles, who is not happy with Hercules' present, and Ares, who is a big fan of Hercules and knows all his stories. As Hercules climbs stairs to meet the king, he remembers an incident 3 years ago as he represents 3 heads to King Eurystheus of Athens, and he was cheered in the crown of Athens for his victory. Then the horrible scenes of his wife and kids brutally murdered flashed before his eyes, but tries to concentrate on his present. The party meets with Lord Codes, king of Thrace, who teases Amphieros that he can only prophesy about his own dead, and judges Atalanta's skills based on her gender. She proves him wrong by showing him how accurate she shoot her arrow. He made dinner for them and tells them his troubles, that they are in a war with the bloodthirsty warlord races, who has an army of centaurs, and he shows Hercules the refugees coming in always after races attacks them, and tells him he lost soldiers, so the current soldiers are farmers. He start training the farmers to become soldiers the next day, starting by testing their shield wall, which is weak. Hours later, Hercules meet Codes, who has information about races thanks to his scout Phineus, the tyrant, will be attacking the Bessi tribe within 6 days, and Codes want to stop him there before he goes any further. But Hercules wasn't happy about the idea since the army needs more time. But Codes refused and asked him to be ready because they're marching the next day. In the evening, after helping Atalanta get rid of Cydicles' unwanted attention, he noticed Ares sneak to see Tydeus, who has been chained to sleep in a chariot. He takes the kid out and explains he is traumatized by seeing something in a war. That makes him relives his trauma every night. He takes Ares to Eugenia, who is a doctor taking care of injured physicians. Before he leaves, he gives the Nemean lion took to Ares, implying it should have been a gift for his own son. The soldiers get ready to march the next day, and Hercules finds Lolaus in their midst and reminds him he is a storyteller, not a warrior, and send him to the chariot with Codes and the left to Bessi when they make it to the village. However, it was too late and the body matches Amphieros' vision. Some of the bodies rotten for days, there were some still fresh. Not knowing it was a trap, the tribesmen surround the soldiers and the men formed a wall around the king, as Hercules and his group fights, but they are many and breach the wall. Amphieros and Hercules retrieve their chariot and riding them in circles across the wall. The men charged and the tribesmen notice defeat and retreats, but Rhesus was nowhere. But a strange horse-like figure watches from afar. Hercules acknowledges Codes they lost many men due improper training. and Codes accepts giving him more time to train. Sidicles wanted to kill Phineas for leading them to trap, but Autolycus stops him and announces he will be in Scout from now on. Although he warns Phineas not to repeat such a deadly mistake, the healers arrives, and Eugenia was taken to Hercules' tent, so nobody sees him bleed like a mere mortal. She then leaves him to rest. Hercules dreams of his murdered wife and children, and Eurystheus exiling him from the country. He only wakes up after he hears children giggling, and went into the woods to find his dead family and a three-headed wolf. He charged to attack but was brought back to reality by Tydeus. Amphiaraus knew what happened because it not the first time, and tells Hercules to finish the final labor and confronts the beast. But Hercules thinks he is going mad. Eugenia approaches the rest of the team to ask the truth behind the rumors, but nobody knows and tells her they found him surrounded with his dead family. But he remembers nothing. In his adventures, he will find one of the team members and show compassion to them, earning their loyalty. Nobody believes he could be a mere mortal, so they play along the stories and help them get job. But they believe it was blood rage, a common affliction that clouds minds of warriors. They are giving armor and helmets that copy Hercules and taught them the art of lance, bow and arrow, sword, hand to hand, and eventually a wall Tydeus couldn't break. All the while, Iolaus watches and train in secret. Later, Phineas comes back with intel. Rhesus is near Mount Asticus with an army of centaurs. Hercules wants to fight there before he moves any further. Amphiaraus suddenly tells Hercules if they win or not since he can't see that. But he does know he is going to die in a week. They arrives at Asticus but found no camp. Rhesus' men appears on the horizon as they get closer. They discover they are not centaurs but men on horses. Rhesus comes to speak to Codes with Phineas by his side, revealing he is a betrayal. Rhesus tells Codes to surrender but refuses. Rhesus charged towards Codes' men, but Atalanta and her archers appears from the forest and ambushed when they almost reach their side. After a short time in the fierce battle, arrows of fire are shot, and Amphiaraus opens his arms ready to accept his fate, but somehow wasn't hit. Rhesus' men starts running after accepting defeat, but he chose to fight Hercules. He grabs his horse and throw both to floor with one swift. They return to the palace with Rhesus in chains, and Codes start humiliating him in front of his people. But Hercules takes pity and help him keep going.